Hi, everybody. And we're
Hello.
going.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to the consultants. Our regular, semi-regular at times game here for Vurt. When we last left off here, we'll jump right into it. When we last left off, the consultants were in a tunnel that they have found has a secret tunnel that has been dug that connects what it looks like connects Liverpool to Manchester, and it's underground, going underneath limbo and all that craziness. But there's also a where we left off last was there is a ladder going up now. So after hours, going on and on into this dark tunnel with the occasional U-type Shadow Man zombie they're working to deal with. You're now at a choice to either go up this ladder, and you can't really see what's at the top yet, or continue on towards Manchester, or go back the way you came if you'd like. But really, those are kind of your three choices. So let's remind everybody there that what, again, your name, your magic sentence there, as far as your magic cipher sentence, and then how you're looking at this particular moment again, underground and in a pretty bad situation.
Were we not upstairs? We ended up beating up a couple of guys last time.
We
Yeah.
wound up in a bar or something too.
The bar,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
sorry. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm on the wrong.
Oh yeah, the bar where I made friends because I'm such a nice person.
Yes. Okay, so you did go
That's
up.
where we
Sorry, I'll take that back. Yes, you did not continue on. So, scratch that. Of course, not being able to see. I'm going off the analog notes here. Not being able to to. This is a theater of the mind today for me due to technical difficulties. So, yes, you are up. Yes, you've made two friends in the bar. Yes, of course. Now I have this. Yes, you've made your two friends in the bar. And yes, and you've gotten in a fight, of course, as always. And people again in this little halfway area with the two taverns, and you guys have managed to go to one of these taverns. So if you could explain kind of again what you guys are looking like right now, and again, name, magic sentence, and what you guys are looking like.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm still the amazing T-Bone the Disco Spider, Dogman Vurt Warrior who delves deeper. I believe I'm currently wearing my trademark pending dressing gown with boots and my giant helmet I think I'm carrying around, and I believe I put on some camo from the quote-unquote bad guys that we are trying to blend in with.
Yeah, the tongueless. Yes.
That we keep talking because we're a bunch of idiots.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I love it. Okay, next up we have.
I am Josiah Phineas Wagner. I am a speaker who bleeds lucky and whose accent changes every game.
I just but I was like, bye-bye.
What just happened?
We're using a spliced feather. We're getting some crossover from something else.
Yes, you've been taken into the Vurt momentarily.
Oh.
Nice.
When that happens.
As long as there's no Diddy men, I'm fine.
So I missed how you look there.
Josiah is it's hard to explain. He dresses a bit like an evil ringmaster. He's always dressed in sort of very fine suits he has his shadow effects. Is a very cherub-like face, very young, but his shadow effects sort of run down where you would think sideburns would be. And he is part of the Shadow Man Vurt, so his Vurt effects or his Vurt personality sort of comes through in his eyes. They're these sort of strange, almost hallucinogenic pink, purple sparkle things that just sort of shoot out of this almost perfect face. At the moment, I believe he's sitting in the bar playing with his pet rug, who is a Vurt creature that he's picked up along the way.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yes. The little smoke ball. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Perfect. Yeah, and no one seems to be freaking out too much about that. But they probably also don't quite realize that it's a pure Vurt creature. Who knows? That's something that's pretty darn rare. So nice. Got a pet Vurt. Good. Next we have.
That's me. Winter and July. I am a Roboman Shed explorer who tracks marks. And I'm a bounty hunter who is not excited about how many Vurt creatures she's hanging out with, which is literally everybody else has some kind of Vurt in them, except for Angel, who is another one of her type. And but I did manage to make friends last time instead of murdering everybody on sight, so I feel like I've made some
Little baby steps. Yeah.
Small progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Perfect.
Engil. Engil's a Roboman Shed warrior who plugs in. He's probably trying to sit kind of out of the way with the group, like maybe back in the corner or something like that. He wears like a dark green jumpsuit with like a parka over the top with like a fur-lined hood. And he's probably got that blue feather in his mouth, and he's like sitting there like just pop, 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 pop.
oh yeah, the bubble wrap feather.
Kind of a little wisp of shadow smoke coming out from like, inside his jacket. Like, sitting there frustrated that we're out here in the middle of nowhere in limbo and trying to distract himself. Yeah.
If
Good.
Roboman Shads don't like Vurt creatures, how are they with feathers?
We don't like them.
So that's why he's doing pop up up right now?
Well, that one's special.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine it's a rare Roboman Shad who is a featherhead. I mean, it's doable, but yeah, it's more on the rare side to find someone who's really into that out of that.
It's more like it's a distraction that keeps him from like ending up stabbing someone else or something here. Like,
Yeah.
Like this is for the best.
Right. Perfect. And you look like, remind me again.
He's not super tall, but he's pretty well built. He's got like I said, he wears like a jumpsuit with like a parka over the top. He's got combat boots that everything's tucked into at the bottom, dresses in that Wigan style. And he's got like the sides of his head are shaved, and like he's got like kind of a little row of like ports and plugs down the back of his head and back of his neck. And he's got a fair amount of tattoos all over. One has like, part of something that's like in Ukrainian across his chest and stuff like that.
Yeah, Roboman Chad. That sounds about it. Yeah. The not the most social or classically human beautiful of the modes of being, but they do not give a shit. So that is just fine. Cool. Okay, now remind me, you guys are in a bar, the tavern. There were 2 taverns, yes, and you guys went with 2 of these people that are hired by this paramilitary corp, and they're in the building that had the tunnel, the secreted or the hidden tunnel down to that. Although, again, now with these two buddies here, remind me again, had you guys decided whether you were going to continue on to Manchester overland? Had you decided that at all? Or
I think we were just trying to figure out what was going on, and then we got into a fight. That's where it ended. So I don't think we knew what was going on before we could decide.
Okay. And we left it on the cliffhanger with the fight starting, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because I have my notes, of course.
Oh yeah.
Online, and I have the stats right here. But remind me if you guys had started swinging yet.
We had not started swinging yet because I was contemplating running away at the. My notes just saying Josiah considers leaving the bar. So.
Okay. So if you guys could, just remind me if you could, because again I have stats for. Again, not to give it away, but I have stats for a few here, and I don't know how many had turned around and started shite with you yet.
Have sort of related to what I'm going to do is, have we had any opportunities to heal recently? Because don't
we need to like go back to our benefactors and like get paid? Because I'm not leaving the city until we get paid. Yeah, you're on your way back to, knowing that you going back to Manchester with the information you already have is the mission. But, again, how you get there and, whether you get there before starting yet another fight in a pub we'll see. But I think you mean again, ending another fight in the pub.
Yes.
Because that's how we roll.
If I'm not mistaken, the locals did not cotton to the camos, coming and thinking you guys are the tongueless, correct?
Correct.
Oh yeah.
And who? Again, I don't have my.
I was wearing the armor, and one other person. I thought. I know Rob was wearing it underneath his dressing gown, right?
I think over the dressing gown.
Over the dressing gown?
Yes.
Nice. So you guys are looking like you're ready for trouble. Okay, that's fine. So there's no you guys are certainly not gonna blend in as a local at this point. Okay. So let's start this right now. Before mayhem ensues, let's have everybody do a roll, regardless. Social role, either reading the situation or some type of either looking around the room, however your character might try to assess the situation, whether it be battle plan, escape plan for Josiah there or whatever. But let's have some type of specific role here.
I will survey the room in a very intimidating fashion because
wait a second.
they're going to I'm just looking for, yeah. I want them to back off, man.
Okay, so again, either intellect, probably it'll be an intellect-based role. This is just to assess, not necessarily push people out. This is before the hammer drops here. So if you don't have anything specific, go for intellect. But if you do have something, yeah.
Yeah.
Josiah got a 3.
The biggest person in the room is what I'm going to look for, and I will do an intellect roll to find them.
Perfect.
I got a 12.
12. Okay, so 3, Jack. Shar got a 12.
Josiah,
okay.
Josiah's 3 is about finding exits.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's a crowded little pub. It smells, it's had more beer spilled in this ugly carpet than has ever been cleaned up. But these are all locals here in this halfway, kind of settlement area in the middle of limbo, basically. Although they do seem to have things under control in this area, but not for long. Okay, next, anybody have any specific, either Rob or Mike? Do you guys?
I want to look for an exit because I'm injured.
Perfect.
I think if Shar was looking for who's the biggest guy, I'm going to be like trying to scope out like who's trying to hang back because they're going to try to sucker punch us without us noticing, kind of deal. Like,
got it. Okay.
I rolled 5, so I'm not seeing any exits. I'm guessing.
Got it. Okay.
And I got a 14.
And you got a what?
14.
14. Okay. Cool. All right, and you're looking for specifically, Mike.
It was like
who?
Yeah, like guys were gonna like. They think they're gonna be cute and we're not going to notice them, and then they're gonna like catch us off guard, kind of deal.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
Like there's the big guy who's in our face and he's obvious, but like he's got friends here and they're gonna try to screw us.
So this is exactly what has happened there. The Robo-Man sheds. Oh, by the way, it seems like for some very, very odd reason, your Mayfly friend there has just shut down. It's absolutely inert on the table, powered down. This is our compatriot who's not with us today. Has absolutely shut down. I keep wanting to call him Spaz. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. So you do not have any help there. But the biggest guy, yes, there is the biggest guy. 12 passes. So there is a biggest guy in there. He probably is a U-type Shadow Man, which is a zombie. Probably, you figure. And it is the biggest guy, and he is walking straight at you. And then, yes, Engel has seen. Yes, it is in fact. Whether they're coordinated as far as a tactic or not. There are a few little scallies hanging around with their trackies tucked into their socks that are just waiting for shit to go down so they can pick your pockets clean. It looks like perhaps one of them has a knife kind of pulling out of their trackies as they approach from behind, but you see the two of them. So there is a big guy who's ready to fight, and there are two, again, scallies, little scallywags. That is it. As far as, again, exits or ways out, you guys didn't quite see anything right now. So that is the situation. And it is tinderbox ready to snap, and the big guy comes over right in T-Bone's face there and looks in one of your, 8 eyes, I believe, and starts pointing at you and absolutely starts berating. And whether it's like a local accent or whether he's having a problem with his tongue rotting, in his mouth, as zombies are, as it happens, you can't tell what he's saying, but it doesn't sound good. And he's poking at you and prodding, and he's about ready to do a chest bump, and he wants to fight. And that's where you guys are at.
Okay.
Everybody else seems to be kind of putting their hands over the top of their pints to make sure that nothing gets knocked into it. They've seen fights before. So, yeah.
I think I'm gonna raise my finger in his face, like, hold on 1 second. And as I look like I'm thinking about something, I'm gonna knee him in the crotch and see if that's still functional.
Nice. Okay. Go for. Actually, you can roll for either speed or int for that. You know, yeah. Whether it's about the grace at which you do it, or your hey, hold on a second with the finger. It's up to
I'll
you.
use speed because I have edge in speed. Therefore,
Good.
I will spend some. 13. Update. So I should take it down 1. And here we go. I rolled a 4, so I'm going to spend an XP to roll again.
Yes. Oh, everybody gets 2 XP at
yay.
the beginning.
I
Yeah, it's another.
spent one of them. There we go. 15.
Yep. Excellent. Okay. So, yes, it connects. I'm going to say that when it does connect, you feel maybe you did it maybe either too hard or something, but it seems like you've knocked something loose that, you know, down there. Again, zombies, yeah, they kind of fall apart, you know, as they get older, and this guy's been around, so quite literally fall apart. So, yeah, the howl of pain there is, you know, something that actually makes you feel sad for a second. But he is literally on the ground at this point, you know, crying in pain.
Because I have no need for weapons, he would be taking 4 points of damage.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay. So 4 for him, and of course he's down for this round. Okay, so -4. All right, now the ship has started there. That's the opening volley. You guys figure out your initiative order here, and it looks like you've got these two. Immediately speaking, you've got these 2 scallies that have come around, and they do have knives, both of them, and they are ready to attack you guys. But they kind of, I think, had expected the big guy to be standing at least this round. So anyway, cool.
All right,
Okay.
initiative, roll it.
All right, what's the initiative order there?
Let's see.
I have a 4, so I'll probably be going last.
No, I got a 2.
Okay, never mind.
Aha! I'm a speed demon. I got a 7.
Woo! Rebel.
Nice.
I got a 4.
Oh my god.
Rob, you also got a 4?
I had a 3.
You got a 3.
Josiah got
Okay.
a 4.
Oh, sorry, no, I had a 4. My bad.
Yeah, you had a 4.
I had a 4. I
Okay.
wasn't.
All right, so you guys can act. Actually, you guys can act together. Why the hell not? You're in a bar fight. You guys are already, you know, you're not healed up all the way. This could be lethal. You guys realize. So that's fine. Okay, perfect. Here we go. And again, your buddy, the Mayfly, there is inert on the pub table there. You know, shut down entirely.
Good. We can
Okay.
use them to throw at people.
I have a horrible idea.
I'm sure you do. My God, I'm sure you do.
I had a fine idea until I rolled my initiative. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So, and the Scallies. Oh God, the highest was a 7. Oh, okay. So the
Yeah,
Scallies
we're
start.
going last.
Okay. So the two of them, again, they're wearing, you know, mismatched trackies. They're just kind of local, you know, or semi-local, you know, they're passing through and they found themselves stuck here. So, you know, they pull down their caps, you know, they've got their knives out. And the first one here stabs, oh, by the way, they both look like they're pure human. It's possible, you know, they might be part dog, you know, not sure. But anyway, the first one stabs directly at who's top of the list. Shar. Okay, yes. So stabs. So you're Shar. You're going to roll to avoid, and this seems like a simple, straightforward stab. You saw him coming, so you know it's not as difficult as it.
Oh, I got a
This guy-
20.
Excellent.
It's a hell of a stab.
How about this?
Can I ride first?
How do you want to take that knife from him?
Ooh.
How does that happen?
So the knife comes at me like just straight at my chest, and I kind of turn sideways, grab his hand, and like just twist his wrist
Nice.
and catch the knife. in my other hand. And I'm like, you dropped something.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. The pain, he may or may not hear that through the pain, but it's not lost on his buddy there. The Scally one now has a wrist that is in pain. Okay, great. Scally 2 here. Next up is going to go for Mike, another Roboman Shad. Yeah, we'll keep it to that. Okay. Going after Engel, he stabs. He sees what just happened to his friend, so he's trying to be a little more cautious, but same kind of thing. It's a straight stab. You can see it coming.
Okay. I am trained in speed defense, so keep that one in mind here.
Oh, that's right.
Okay,
And 16.
9 or above. Okay, great. Okay, so yes, stab, kind of goes wild. He should be better than that, but these guys are posers, even more than, they're posers posing as posers. So, yeah, but the knife looks sharp as it flashed by you. Okay, now, top of the order for you guys. Yes, you're the first of the Roboman Sheds. What's your? Now you have a knife in your hand. Yeah, your arm.
What I do with this knife in my hand is nothing. I just hold on to it because I've got a mono blade, and I pull that out instead.
Right.
And I just I'm going to throw it back in his face, like you dropped something, and then I like throw it back at his face, but not like trying to hit him, trying to distract him, and then I follow it up with a stab from the mono blade. So like two actions here.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I'm going to mid fight. I'm going to do a GM intrusion on that.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
You throwing the knife back. Either he catches it and you get your XP, or you deny it and you give me an XP, and it'll keep him unarmed. But if you're throwing it back, yes, you sound like a bad.
You can catch it.
Okay, cool. All right, so
and I'll give the other XP to Angel.
Perfect. Roboman Shads stick together. Good.
That's right.
Okay, so yes, you flip it back in and it lands in his hand. And I'm going to say this: even he's surprised, and he probably thinks you did that on purpose, and that it makes you even more badass. But he's armed. He's armed again. So that was a fun 6 seconds of real time with throwing the knife, catching it.
You can have I'll be like, you can have your knife, but you can't use it on me, and then I'll stab him.
Nice. Okay. So perfect. So go for it. Nice.
I hide my what the, and then go for it.
Perfect.
All right. Roll. I got a 17.
Okay. It definitely hits. Okay, and the mono blade. Remind me again. Is that medium damage? Is that 8 or?
Damage. It can cut through anything. It's 8.
Son of a gun. Cuts right through his trackies. I'm going to say that one stab from that. I mean, this is just a little thug. That's a mono blade. And he goes down to a knee. This is, he's armed, but now he's down to a knee, and he's wailing as well. And you can already see the blood kind of start to spread through the fabric.
Good. And then I'm like this.
like waving him on.
He's like, come on, oh, you forgot you're not on video right now. I do the come here gesture.
Nice. Yes. very kung fu. Yeah, very Shaw Brothers kung fu. Yeah, I dig it. Well, again, I should mention it's a stomach. It's a gut. You got him in the gut, which is not great. But yeah, I mean, he may survive, or we'll see how the rest of the round goes. Okay, so perfect. So you got that. Now, Rob and Jack, you guys got the same. So what are Josiah and T-Bone doing? You guys can. I'll say that you guys can. If you want to ever act in unison, you can. But otherwise, I'll just let you guys decide who goes first in the round.
I think in unison might be dependent on if we both want to run away or not.
True. Yeah.
Jack, what do you have in mind?
I'm going to convince the entire bar that Buzz is a bomb. So
Do it.
Buzz is a bomb?
Buzz is a bomb. So Josiah is going to throw his hands up and begin to proclaim loudly, gentlemen, please. Everyone, I need you to please just back away from this delicate piece of equipment. He's going to try to knuckle in, get near into Buzz. Any even slight motion might set off this incredibly expensive piece of military equipment. I wouldn't want anyone to suffer the intense consequences of a shadow sphere bomb detonating in this vicinity. Surely all of you would agree that many of you would like to breed in the future, and this weapon would cease that from happening. Please, everyone, if we could just back up and keep the fighting to a minimum, away from the equipment. Please, everyone, just back up. I will roll.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll say there's 20 people in the pub. At least 10 of them, if you do this, are going to turn. There's the people actually pushing stuff away. It'll depend on your role, but yeah, that sounds great. So roll for it.
So for I'm going to literally do all my stuff. So I've got
say that it's a 15. Yeah.
It's a 15. So I've got obviously Josiah's spin identity, which I think would come into play here, and then
actually,
what else could I use?
No, probably not, because that would be specifically, and that'd be a
well, then my only real asset here is I've got persuasion, which I'm trained in.
Yep.
So I'll take me down to a 12.
I feel like that's an asset.
Yeah, especially with the two of you working in unison, or not working in unison, but like Rob, if you want to sell this, even if you're on your way to find a door or something, but if you want to kind of sell this with him as well, I'll give the asset. You know what I mean? If you guys are acting at the same, both jumping back, I'll drop it. You want to do that?
Yeah, I'll scream. Wait, did it start ticking louder?
Even better. Okay, good. Okay, we got a 2-person cam going here, grifter style. Okay, good. Okay, so it drops it now down to a 9. You want to use any effort?
No, I'll do this. I'll do this clean.
So cold. All right, 9 or above.
All right. I'm gonna use some XP.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're gonna roll. Just use one more piece of XP.
Okay, this will be the last time.
Okay, here we go. Nope. Back. I got a 1 on that last roll.
Oh no!
Oh, I love it. No, this is everything. Thank you.
You are far too excited when I fail.
Oh no, but you're usually the one rolling a 20. Like, I jumped from. Yes, absolutely. No, okay. But this will be a fun chaos and mayhem. Okay. Instead of, it's already nearly deadly. Okay. So at this point, Buzz wakes up, and I'm not going to do the voice, but it's basically, hey, what's going on? And flies around, and flies out. As quick as he can. He sees that there's trouble and, doesn't realize what's going on. He must have just shut off and flies right out the goddamn window, breaking through the tap. And so the bomb that was in the room now is flown out of the room but but they probably would have believed it. I love the idea. So now, yeah, so that's the one, I'll say. So we're going to go next, and everybody now at this point turns on you guys and is like, oh, they're about ready to pound some non-local into the ground. Okay, Engel.
Okay. So Engel had a guy who was like, I'm sitting here on the corner of the booth. The guy like, hey, comes at me with a knife, tries to stab me, and I got out of the way. I think what Engel wants to do is Engel wants to grab the guy by the front of his trackies and pull him in closer, and then put one of these 38s into his stomach and have the coat kind of out to the side so he can see he's actually got a second one still, and just tell him, it's time for you to go.
Yes. And after what he's seen already, yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, I'll go 9 on that. Okay, cool. You want to use any effort or special skills to bring that down?
So I am trained in intimidation, threats, and inflicting pain. So,
got it. Yeah.
I could try to argue that like having actual firearms could maybe be an asset.
You do. You're already. It's so low at this point on the number thing. If you want to use any effort, you can.
It would be intellect, and I only have one left, so I can't really do that one.
Okay.
So, okay, here goes.
Right.
13.
Six or above. Excellent. His hands go straight up. You do kind of smell like a weird ammonia smell, and then you look down, or kind of thing, and you look down, and yes, he has. Also, he's wet himself.
Engel's like grabbing napkins off the table, like down the leg of his jumpsuit. It's like,
his legs are shaking, and he's doing that shaking dog thing. Yeah, he almost certainly has dog genetics in him. He's part Chihuahua, somewhere. So yeah, he's pulling the ear. Yeah, his eyes are kind of bugged. Now you realize his eyes were kind of bugged out a bit, and his ears were a little bit larger than normal. But yeah, he can. Anyway, so Scally, this at this point, this is when the big guy stands up. Everybody else is stopped. Everybody's gone away, and you calmed the entire room with this. This works. But now the big guy has been waiting for the end of your round to stand up because he got taken down with a nut shot at the beginning. Poor little guy. So huge zombie guy stands up at this point and looks around, sees that everybody is scared, sees what's happened. He has tears coming out of his eyes, and then he just, he kind of just hangs his head and walks towards the door, towards the exit. People start to grab their pints or take their hands off the top of their pints and have some sips and start murmuring again. And someone's talking about a Liverpool versus Man U Vurt ball match coming up. And, well, there's glass to clean up, and, you're getting dirty looks, but, the Scally takes his buddy and is running for the door to get him help, unless you guys stop him. So,
bye.
To you guys. Yeah.
I'm going to stop him for a minute, and I'll be like, make sure you find a good hospital. Gut wounds. They get you.
Nice.
And then I'll let him go.
Nice. Yeah, they certainly appreciate your advice, I'm sure, especially the fact that this is in the middle of limbo, and it doesn't look like they know about this secret entrance or anything. So they realize they're going to have to go overland in limbo. Either, you guys are about halfway to Manchester right now, so they're going to have to spend a day of ugly traveling just to get to the closest hospital. So that's their future for the moment. And again, big zombie guy is gone there. And the tavern is back to what it was at this point. So yeah, what are you guys? What are you guys? What are your plans? Again, knowing that you have to get back to Manchester, but it looks like you're, safe to talk now and heal if you want.
We ever get our
Are
food?
the two friends we made, are they still in our booth?
Yes, they are absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go sit down by him again. I'm like, huh, that was fun.
Yeah, did we get our food yet?
Yeah. The staff is a little distracted right now. What with like cleaning up blood and broken glass off the floor. And to be honest, the chips didn't look that great. And there's no way that was fish. Not out here in Limbo. You don't want that's like blinky. That's fried blinky. Yeah. So those two, they start. They're cautiously amused. They're not laughing in your face, but they're just nodding. The first of them say, you guys from Manchester know how to start a party there and end one. And the other one laughs and and they're trying to order more pints, especially if you guys are paying. So
we're supposed to pay?
Well,
I thought they were buying us.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, I said, buy me a drink, and he did.
And you guys were actually, and you rolled so high they did. Yes, in fact, they're getting more for you, and everybody's feeling like, hey, you have all the water piss, you can drink there. This beer that it's not beer, but it's fermented somewhere else, and it kind of tastes like it was based on beer at some point.
Based on beer.
No beer was actually heard during the production of this stuff.
Good.
A glass of their finest toilet sangria, and
prison juice. Okay, so so you guys again know that you have to get to Manchester. These two here seem to be the only ones that know about this tunnel that goes up and down and into this, but as they mentioned before, or maybe they haven't yet, they've never been down that tunnel. There's no way they had the guts to do that. So they have no idea at this point how far it goes, whether it's just whether it's a cellar or not, but they hear things down there, but they're supposed to keep quiet.
Wait, what do you hear? Josiah's gonna what do you mean you hear things down there? What do you hear?
The first one says, you hear, sounds like they're, excavating something down there. You hear, machines from time to time and kind of rumbling. You can feel it underneath, and we haven't heard that in a few weeks, and then that rumbling kind of got far off as these weeks have progressed, and every once in a while we'll hear shouts, which doesn't make sense, so must go somewhere else. There must be another entrance somewhere else here in town. They're not sure what's going on there. They figure it has something to do with hiding stuff for this paramilitary organization. And they also have heard that the Sianka also, that has something to do with the Sianka, the shadow mafia, basically.
So it's another entrance in town. Now looking across the table, like what could be at that other entrance? Surely that would be of interest to us.
Do we go back down and try to find the other entrance, or do we look around in town and try to find it on the top?
I mean, we've been down. I'd be interested to know where perhaps they're bringing things out from that entrance, things that maybe they shouldn't be bringing out.
Didn't Buzz say he'd found some buildings we could investigate in a warehouse kind of district?
No, that was
knocking on Buzz.
Yeah, Buzz. The funny part, Buzz is gone. Buzz has not flown back in to that broken window since he left in 80s comedy movie fashion. Yeah, out the broken window, and it kept going. You don't see him. He buzzed off. Exactly. But yeah, yes. Now, I should say, let's have everybody roll an intellect roll. Kind of, again, these guys are, both of them are trying to talk over each other. You know, they seem kind of well informed, but not really. But let's see if anybody can get some type of extra bit of info. Just either getting lucky or.
I have a 9, so let's say that's German for no.
Yeah.
I got an
18.
I've got an 18 also, but I have an inability in pleasant social interactions. So
Okay.
I got
so
a
down.
12, and I'm not good at being pleasant either.
Nice. Jack, did you say you got an 18?
Yes. I got an 18.
Oh, okay, so that actually does make it then. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, so here's what you're realizing, especially as they're talking about it. You now realize that they did say there must be another entrance. And the more that you keep kind of, piecing things together, you realize that they're assuming it is. They're not sure. It's just because they've heard people down there and they know that it didn't come up or go down that particular thing. So they assume that this tunnel is just to another part of town. They have no idea it goes to Liverpool. They have no idea it goes all the way to Manchester. So they're just thinking small because they don't know. So,
spots.
yeah, exactly. So looking around for this other entrance, maybe, but it certainly isn't in the tunnel that you've come through so far. And again, it could also be that they're just hearing the people that are coming from either Manchester or Liverpool.
But what do we think they're excavating out of here? That's what I'm trying to understand.
They're building a tunnel to Manchester, guys. Come on, this is obvious. This is not a conspiracy. Too simple.
They're just excavating dirt.
They're digging.
yeah, they're digging. They got the giant zombie dude down there who was, building a new side tunnel parking space. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, like Bob.
What do we think? Do we think they finished the tunnel to Manchester, or do we need to find another way over?
When we went up, did it feel like we were at the end of the tunnel, or were we just at a stop point?
About halfway.
We were just at a stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The tunnel kept going underground, but there was an upward shaft.
Then I have a suggestion. Then let's buy some explosives and go back down, seal what we can, and keep going. Because I don't like this.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, we would have to be smart enough to not, get ourselves stuck in the tunnel, but
a cave-in, yeah.
And that's a genuine question to the group: is are we intelligent enough not to die in this endeavor? Given our track so far.
Well, so step one is we don't have buzz to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Hey now.
But we do. So
yeah.
Can I turn to our two dumbass friends and ask them if they have any access to explosives and would like to make some side money?
Yeah. You know what? Sure. I'll have you roll for it. And this is to see, just for fun, just to see if they actually have access to it. I mean, they're not, explosives aren't easy to get, especially in a small little outpost. It isn't like a mining town or anything like that. It's just a shitty, halfway stop that, 50 years ago might have been a real place. Still small. So, let's roll for to see if not only they know where to get it, but if they even have it, if you roll high enough. So let's say that 9, so 9 below nothing, 12, So 18. Okay. So I have some ranges for this.
So I wouldn't be able to use my my assets in pleasant social interactors or anything here, right? This is just a roll.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Because I'm socially acceptable despite the 8 eyes and all that. So I have
Perfect.
an asset
I'll just add
pleasant social.
Cool. I'll add 3 to whatever you're rolling for that, so I keep the range.
Here we go. 6.
Okay. Oh,
Can
that's
you
3. Okay. Do you want to re-roll, or do you want to?
I would love to reroll.
Okay.
I'm rerolling for a 16 plus 3 is 19.
Nice. Above 18. Okay. So he looks left. He looks right. He opens up his jacket and he pulls out a stick of what looks like not cartoon dynamite, but it's more square. It's gray. There is an actual some kind of fuse at the top of it, but it is an explosive. And he puts it down and slides it across the table towards you, and making sure no one can see, of course. And then he says, "Here, it's my treat, our treat." Yeah, so you do.
I put down a 50, and I ordered another round for these guys.
Oh, nice, perfect, great. You also do feel that this may be the only stick of dynamite or whatever it is, explosive, in this little no horse town.
It bothers me a little bit as a man walking around with a stick of dynamite in his coat, but I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Oh, you should feel fine about that. You're the one who's going to carry it for us.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a...
He mumbles something about hobby, a man needs a hobby, something. And his friend kind of looks down, and by the way, they look just like the two. You realize now from, if anybody's seen The Detectorist, these are these two. If not, I'll put something in the link in the comments or something. Anyway, but yeah, it's these two here are our buddies, and this one guy, I guess, is a dynamite or an explosives freak, and his other friend is just disapproving, but oh, that's just funny. Perfect. Yes, you have the one piece. You found the one person in town with that roll who has it, and you've got it with you. Congrats. At this point, you're getting major glaring from what looks like the owner, who's now arrived, more than just the barkeep and the other employee. And it's very clear that you're either going to have to explain yourself or you're going to need to move on. So you can hear him kind of humming near enough, so you guys realize it.
Given that I can barely explain us, I suggest we move on, gentlemen.
Oh, come on. It's easy to explain us. We're bad people doing bad things.
How about we walk out and somebody else? How about we walk out, and as we walk out, someone who has more money than me right now, slip him like a 20 or a 50 or something like that, and then keep walking.
Nice. Who's got the cash?
I apparently have a ton of cash.
Oh yeah.
No.
Hey, who's got cash?
Oh wait, didn't Buzz steal a bunch of cash out of the place that he found in Liverpool or something? Yeah.
We each have
we have
5,000 more than we did before.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll take care of it. No problem.
Okay.
I'll slip in a 100-pound bill if that's a thing. I'm going to say 100 is probably common.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yes, he, his scowl turns into, again, kind of a hesitant relief. I wasn't expecting anybody to pay anything for any of this shit that always happens to him. He feels like. And you guys are out. Your buddies want to stay and keep drinking on that, and you feel kind of like they're already getting a little too plastered to give good information. So unless you want to drag them, they're probably going to, sit there for the next 3-4 hours.
I think we lucked out with what we got out of them. I think that's probably the best.
I'd say, two no good nicks that were just supposed to be guarding the bakery or whatever. All of a sudden, or perfect. Okay, so you get outside. It's midday here, or is it? It should be. It's that weird, hazy, yucky mist, or kind of pollution mist that is out in limbo most of the time, which is why.
Do you want to look for an inn or a hotel before we head back down into the tunnel? Many of us are quite damaged.
That's not a bad idea for.
Yeah, laying low for a day would be probably wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to go out in limbo when it's dark anyway.
Nice.
At least when it's dark, you don't have to see as much of it.
Make a good point.
Does anybody have any? Let's just. Let's see. It's a small town. There's a tavern, but there's really no official hotel. It's a small little. Maybe there was at one point, but
right.
Limbo really doesn't do that. There might be places you could look for, but it's going to take a roll to look for something that works as a safe enough spot.
Hold on a minute. Before we go looking for a hotel, I'm going to be like, hey, buddy, the guys that we just were super friends with.
Yeah.
We're going to crash on your couch tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both have couches.
I don't care if they have couches. They have a roof.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. After those rolls and after you guys didn't kill them, which, you didn't go full murder hobo on them or anything. So, let's say that. You're going to have to you guys will be, even though it's midday, you guys are going to be more or less half carrying them back. And they'll be giving you probably bad, directions and singing Liverpool songs or whatever, or wherever they are songs.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, they're just lit. And they'll walk you back, and there is a, it looks like, maybe it once was a hotel, but now it's set up for, short and long-term living. These are, maybe 5 feet by 5 feet. They each, have keys in their hand. They both live in the same floor. And these are these are just basically little places that barely can fit wouldn't even fit a twin bed with any other space to go. So that's kind of what happens out here. There's a stench, an absolute stench. And yeah, you guys get there, and the timing is perfect too, because we're going to be okay. In there, I have a table I get to use. I'm excited. Okay, so let's go. Yes, no. Yeah, sometimes that means hell for you guys, but no, this one's not bad. Okay, or it's interesting at least. Okay, let's do. Let's have everybody roll to see who rolls, just because rolling is fun. So whoever gets the highest roll right now is going to be the one who's going to roll on the table for the group.
So I got a 1.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, get that out of your system on this roll. Good call.
I got a 3.
Okay.
I got a 4.
I win.
Oh my god. Okay, perfect. Okay. Wow. Good. Okay, so Shar, you're going to roll a D20. This is okay. So again, and before you roll, you're going to be again, as your eyes are adjusting to the really low lights, even though it's this hazy, kind of misty, midday, ugly outside, it's really dark in here. Your eyes are adjusting. You can see, some kind of either you can't tell if it's a figure or a bundle of something or trash or something, but there's something at the end of the hall there. And as your eyes are adjusting, now, Shar, you're going to roll.
Trash.
Maybe.
I got a 12.
Okay. 12 is maybe blunt. Okay. All right. You see a coughing mass, this little huddle of rags, what it looks like, coughs and it shakes, and it's somebody, and it's somebody who's sick and or sounds sick, it's like a rattly cough. It sounds awful. And this is somebody leaned up against the wall there, sitting in the hallway, and just coughing. It sounds really, really, they sound terrible. You can see that's about it. It's somebody just totally huddled up. So that's what you see. And again, your friends there are also looking over there. This isn't like a normal, hallway dweller for them. And they're kind of staggering side to side, and they don't know what's going on either, but it's up to you, and their doors are nearby as well. So
who's the sick one? Do we need to put him out of his misery?
Yes. More coughing, again, rattling, and then kind of a spit, maybe spitting on the ground, and then, more coughing and shaking. It sounds awful, sounds frail.
Winter, I'd remind you we're guests here. Maybe we don't off our compatriots.
Yeah. Patriots is a very strong word here.
Yeah.
I think they call these single-serving friends.
I'm not going to off my friends, but I don't want them getting sick from that creature over there.
Mm-hmm. We have no idea if he's contagious. Let's try to proceed with optimism. We just need a place to rest.
You go first.
So, Alex, is there anything like weird contagious disease that characters might know about that we don't off the top of our heads?
Honestly, everybody kind of grew up on horror stories of the times when, especially in the post-pollen days everybody's a little freaked out, but
I remember the pollen days. Yeah. There was also
riots.
There's also been people who get viruses from feathers and stuff like that before too, or something, isn't there?
Yeah, no, in current news, somewhere between Manchester and Liverpool, there's an outbreak that you guys know of. It's not like that kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, it could be. I mean, again, you don't know. But certainly that's where minds are going to go first.
Only one way to be safe, then. Get the Zippo out.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I got some extra oil.
No. Stop the revenge. Stop the revenge.
No. He gets the Zippo. It's only one way to be safe. It's flicks it and then lights up a napalm filter, puts it away.
Yep.
Blows the smoke the direction of the guy who's coughing. Yeah.
Now you hear kind of humming, like a humming, laughing as you guys are, approaching. And again, it's really frail and it's like a rattly cough, but it's, it's this voice, and you can't tell, if it's, male or female. It sounds very old. You're getting a very elderly, vibe now that it's singing, and it's humming, half singing, domino time. It's domino time. The old House of Chances debacle from 50 years. Not 50, but decades before. So this is a really, really old person singing a really old song, and in really bad shape. But that's all you know. You still can't see anything. They're under their huddle of rags and everything. But yeah.
Oh hell! I'll just crouch down next to them with a cigarette and be like, And what are you doing out here in Limbo? Like,
Mhm.
like, 'cause you're obviously from Manchester, so what the hell are you doing out here?
Yes, exactly. Yes, that is the tip off. Is definitely a Mank. Yes, House of Chances. So they pull back their kind of, again, I hesitate to even call it like a coat or a hood, but it's just kind of a mess of rags kind of pushed sideways, smelly and oily and everything. And you see this decrepit, absolutely like hollowed out face. And looks pure human. You can't tell if it's a man or a woman. It may be neither or both. But it absolutely, no teeth. The eyes are bluish, cataract, just sunken in. It looks pretty terrifying, to be honest. But he, they look at you and try to focus with their eyes, but can't seem to do it. Just kind of keep humming. Let's have everybody roll intellect or some type of either, or if you have Manchester history or
Got
or
real world
something.
history.
Yes. Oh, good. Okay.
All right.
So
Josiah got a 16.
okay. Oh, good. Okay.
I got a 12 plus trained in real world history.
Okay. 12 to 15. You got.
I got a natural 19.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
I got a 5.
Minor. Okay. Well,
Makes
I
me
got a rock. Yeah.
just nod and follow your buddies there. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So those of you with 15 or above recognize something with this person's face. Something, you see, maybe it's like an old actor, a Vurt actor, something. It looks familiar. Now the 19 here, T-Bone, the Disco Spider. You're into feathers a little bit, right?
I'm into everything a little bit.
Yeah, good.
Knowledge is power.
So, yes, exactly. And here's where your conspiracy nut, that your mind's going to go crazy here. Okay, this is, you're convinced, and you feel it's true. This is Maeve Blunt, and Maeve Blunt is the legendary porno Vurt director, who's now well over 100 years old. Just recently, this is where it comes in. City of Manchester put on a massive birthday celebration in Maeve Blunt's native borough of Tameside, full of scores of Vurt stars and DJs who'd been inspired by their creations over the years showed up, and Maeve Blunt did not show up. Good old Bilbo style, but not even. Didn't show up for their party. Everybody, it was a no-show and has been missing ever since. Supposedly, before this, they were teaching and directing feather crafting via PDF conference, of course, and it paid him well and allowed the old Vurt man. This is a Vurt man, not specifically genetically, so you can see now he's wearing tartan slippers that are absolutely full of holes. His robe underneath all these rags looks like it once was like really expensive silk something or else, but it's just, again, tattered and covered in oil. Again, with his eyes the way it is, and with his rambling, you feel this is Maeve Blunt, and he is no longer in control of himself. And what he's doing here, that's where your conspiracy mind is going to make all the connections. How did he get here? Why has he been here since his no-show at the birthday? Has he blah, blah, blah. So that's Maeve Blunt. For those of you reading along at home, page 351 in the Vurt book. Maeve Blunt, the legend. Okay. And your friends are about ready to fall down sideways. Their doors, they've now opened up the doors. They're across the hall from each other and right near this guy. And what are you guys up to?
I'm gonna, assuming I'm holding up one of the guys, I'm just gonna unceremoniously drop them when I notice Maeve Blunt. Pull up.
Perfect.
And
Josiah will race in to catch the guy that T-Bone dropped.
Good. Good.
He's had enough to drink. He won't feel it till morning. It's fine.
Yeah, he's loving it. And again, Maeve Blunt there is just, humming the domino song and kind of searching with his probably, non-functioning eyes. It feels like it, at least at this point. Just kind of, so he's, something, again, he's well over 100. So that's kind of to be expected a little bit. So,
I'm
but this,
gonna sit down by Maeve.
it's nice.
Fold my hands and be like, Maeve Blunt. And
Wait, it's Maeve Blunt? Who the hell is that?
Yeah.
Shoot a dirty look at Josiah as if I know what's going on. Like, come on, man. You keep up. Pay attention.
Yes, and Maeve, when you say their name, their ears perk up, kind of, their head cocks to the side, and closest thing to maybe a smile, that the wrinkled mess of, skin over toothless mouth there just kind of goes up in the corners a bit. So that's about as best to describe, this sad creature thing. But yes, it's Maeve Blunt, and now the song turns into, and he says, fade in, interior, Jimmyplex, Manchester, day, a young, and he starts getting into one of his scripts, one of his many, many scripts, and he remembers every single word, every single script he ever wrote, and it's the only thing he can remember, it feels like. I should warn you guys, remember, this is the legendary Pornovert director. So within a few seconds, this goes from something kind of amazing and kind of old guy into, oh no. Oh my. Oh, and he's smiling, he's just recounting it as if it's, as if it's scripture. And he is going. So, and he is really into it. And it's awkward.
And awkward. But
I'm going to interrupt him.
Can we move on, honestly?
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt him and be like, yes, I really liked Godhead as well, but what are you doing here?
Yes, exactly. That was him, absolutely. That's true. Yes, you say the word Godhead, and again, he says something, Cinders, oh Juniper, she was the best, Cinders, and then, he starts
going on about.
Yeah, he starts humming a song. Maybe it's a Frank Scenario love ballad, and this is the one that
you like songs? Do you like Janice Fontaine?
Oh my gosh, his eyes, his sightless eyes perk up, and and now he tries to stand up, and it's ugly, and he looks like a little baby bird trying to stand up, and he starts to do this little, like, you want to say maybe it was a tap dance at one point, or he's trying to dance to music he's singing to, and he's frail, he's about ready to fall over. Does anybody have any medical training in the group? I'm not kidding.
No.
Of course not.
Smashing, does that count?
No, well, not yet, although you may get there.
What about
CPR.
just being really good at torture? I feel like that should count.
No.
Maybe more after the fact.
The opposite of medicine.
Well, you have to know where to hurt people without killing them. So
You take them up to that edge and then make sure they don't go. Yeah.
Because they're good at explosives.
it's a craft.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so yes, this is the point where everybody's realizing this guy keeps dancing like this. He is going to have. He's going to die. He's going to have a heart attack. His heart's going to explode. There's simply no way his body can keep up with this, and he's trying to dance harder and harder. And he's singing that Frank Scenario song, and now it's mixed with the Janice Fontaine song, and now it's a little bit of some of the old school Dingo Tush.
Can we push him back into his chair?
Oh no, he was just huddled in a pile of newspapers and rags and stuff. Yeah, it's not even a chair. He was but yeah.
Good times.
You can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I just try to? Okay. So I'm trained in running and in balancing. Can I jump over and try to kind of keep him straight and kind of calm him down? Like just grab him?
Yeah, so I'll say for balancing, he's about ready to fall anyway. Yeah, I'll count it at that. Sure.
I'm gonna roll for that.
It'll just be like a 9 or above. If you have an asset, a 6 or above with you.
It's a 3.
You want to XP it?
Yeah, I'll spend XP. I'm running low on XP, so one more time. Now it's a 4.
Okay.
Can I spend an XP?
I was gonna say I can donate
please.
XP.
I'll lend a hand, right? That's.
Yeah. Okay. Last one. But this is going to be 12 or above. No effort or something. This is just to fix what's going to happen. Leaning Tower of Old Man.
Okay, here we go. Okay. 19.
Yeah, that's
Actually at 20, but it's pretty good.
We didn't kill the decrepit old guy. Yay!
Here's the minor effect. Yes, he sits down, he's huffing and puffing, and you can tell that he's clutching at his chest. And the minor effect is when he sits down, a little pill bottle somewhere that near him falls out and kind of rolls sideways, and you can hear a little jingle inside there. These little pills. There's nothing really written on the outside, but it's it's a little prescription pill bottle, or it looks like it was.
I'm gonna just gamble on this. I'm gonna jump at it, open it up, pop a pill in his mouth, and make him swallow.
Perfect. A speed roll just to see if you give it a 1 or a 20.
Yeah.
It's a
Don't
20.
fail. Really? Is it really?
You are really good at giving people medicine. I might have to hire you.
The best medicine giver.
I'm a doctor.
So as you pop the nitroglycerin into his mouth and have him chew it perfectly and stop his heart attack at the right moment. Wow. Let's see this. What do you think? Let's see. One, he's going to be okay, but something else is fixed somehow. Again, his eyes.
Maybe it can clear his mind a little.
Yeah. You know what? As you're shaking him and the pills and everything like that, and yelling at trying to get him to come to. Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? His mind clears like a fucking bell. He's asking, what's going on? I can't see. Why? Who are you guys? What's going on? He doesn't remember anything that's happened before this moment. It sounds like, and again, it's the old person. I keep saying he, it's they. They're the mumbling, but their voice is stronger now and more clarity. And now Maeve Blunt is part of your party, which I wasn't expecting. But yes, you have a 105-year-old legendary pornovert director who can't see, but at least is a wealth of knowledge, to say the least, and feels like you've saved their life. and that is the point. We'll take our break here. We'll say that you guys go into one of these. You know, it looks like they both crashed on the floor of one of their pads, and you guys have access to another. So you guys can rest, talk to, you know, Maeve Blunt can rest as well. And when we come back in 10 minutes for the second half here, we'll start it the next morning with everybody feeling, you know, waking up and at full again, ready to do whatever you guys are going to do. But yeah, you now have, and then you now have a 105-year-old NPC. Good for you.
I'm not the oldest member of the party anymore.
Not by a long shot. Yeah, cool. Nice. Okay, so we'll take a 10. We'll take a 10 now, and then we'll get right back to it and go for the second half of the session.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay, well, I'll be back in 10.
We will be back in a
Sounds
few
good.
minutes then, everybody.
Target acquired. Target acquired.
Dark streets and whispers cold of a dead metropolis eyes. These troubled souls build the highways into the skies.
Yeah.
3, 2. Hi!
Hello.
Hello.
We have an actual
Hello
Josiah
again.
now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we'll pick up right where we left off. It is the next morning. Maeve Blunt has spent the entire time just sleeping. It looks like he hasn't slept in a long time. Something was up, but it's the next morning. You guys are totally rested up. All pools at full. And yes, you guys also have managed to find enough, like instant food, in the cabinets and everything from your two buddies there that everybody's feeling, as full and as rested and as hale as you could expect, I guess, at this point. Now
so I
it's
have some lasting damage. That's probably still there. I got some minor muscle damage.
Yeah, that would still be with the lasting damage. And it's a muscle sprain or something. I forget what it was. Yeah. So now it's a same kind of like hazy, kind of like almost like the look of the sky after there's been a fire or something. It's that horrible no sun, and it hurts your eyes, even just going out, looking around, and but that's what limbo is, and you're in this little again, not town even, maybe more like outpost that has a secret tunnel, a secret entrance to a Liverpool to Manchester tunnel. You guys are having to head back to Manchester to get back to your benefactors and let them know what you found out. And so you have a couple options, but Maeve at this point is he's trying to sit up after sleeping for so long. And again, he's 105, so does not move around fast at all. So, and I should also mention your smoke ball there, your little buddy, Rug. Unless, as you could see from the last battle, unless you actually command it into battle or everything, it seems to be doing kind of whatever you're saying. So unless something is physically attacking it, it seems not to be reacting anymore unless you want it to. So that's progress. Even though it probably could have helped.
Yay.
Yeah.
You
don't want that thing.
Loyalty level increased.
Yeah, exactly. So perfect. So that's that. Maeve is, again, complaining about his knees and his back and this and that, and he's unable to see, and that's kind of maybe a new thing for him. At least him realizing it. So he's not in the best
mood. Bottle.
Just maybe 6 or 7, enough for, maybe 1 or 2 more attacks. You figure, because you put like about 3 in his mouth and chew it up and everything to have him to bring him back on that last one. But he's complaining a lot. Everything hurts. Kids nowadays don't even understand what it's like to, he's gone from kind of cute old man to inappropriate old man to now cranky old son of a bitch.
Can we ask him where the hell did he go? Because that's information that I can tell. Yes, you guys all try to get him to say that, and he says, I don't know, I told you I don't know. But you specifically, the conspiracy theorist, I'm going to say, here's your once per session thing for you. He looks at you and he says, tunnels below tunnels, tunnels below tunnels. That's where I was. I was in the tunnels below the tunnels. Everybody else, is either doing something else at the moment or, a little distracted, but that's what he tells you. And you feel like, that's the bit of info right there. That's where he was. He was in tunnels below the tunnels. So that's just for you. That you're the only one who hears that, conspiracy theorist. Again, he's confused, but I mean, his mind is clear enough. But he certainly hasn't been aware in the recent past here. So he's been out of it for a long time. So take that into consideration. So, how are you guys getting back to Manchester? I want to suggest we go down the tunnel, back to the tunnel, and like if it's a T shape where there's a tunnel going up and sideways, we blow up that intersection and keep going.
I don't particularly disagree.
So there is the assumption there that the other direction we're going to try to go has an exit in that plan.
That's
maybe we
figure that out.
Floated just before before the ladder, like just a few feet in front. Well, not a few feet, many feet in front of the ladder. So worst comes to worst, we just have to come back to this town.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Were some of the tunnels leading in the direction of Manchester? I feel like that.
It was like one main tunnel that was Liverpool, Manchester. We just in the middle of it there was an upward shaft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's about yep. All of those are correct. Correct. Maeve Blunt again is, as you can see him kind of, trying to shake off, the morning there as he's standing up and stretching and, creaking, and he's 105. You all realize he's probably not going to be walking too fast or too far.
And he's going to do a great job on the giant ladder.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
group huddle where he can't hear us?
Yeah, I think you can. Certainly.
Hey guys, group huddle. I think we might have to leave him behind, but at the same time, the value of finding Maeve is ridiculous.
Yeah, isn't the information good enough? We don't need to take the trophy with us.
Kind of conference or something. Can't we just give him back?
Yeah,
Can we
but
just tell them where he's at, or more specifically, can't we sell someone the price to know where he's at?
I like that idea. Yeah.
I don't see the need to drag him about. Give him some money to clean himself up, get some food, and let's get on our way. We're not his caretakers, not permanently yet.
So, Alex, part of my stuff somewhere was like a fixer dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is he someone I can try to get in touch with?
Sure. Yeah, it's that once per session thing. Is that correct?
I forget where it's from. I
Like
remember it definitely being a thing.
Or some. Or
Well,
I can't remember if it was your background.
I think it was more one of the background things. It's not an actual special ability.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you haven't. I mean, the idea that you're able to get in touch. Sure. It would be a role. It would be, again, you have PDFs, so you can make a phone call. Now, understanding, unless it's a burner, that you do understand that every time you connect, your location, services go out. It's like allow when using kind of thing. So that's why a lot of times they'll have the burner feathers. So as far as I know, you guys don't have any burner feathers unless you wrote it down. But you guys do have, your PDFs, your personal data feathers. So that'd be about the only way you can think of to get in touch with, somebody in Manchester.
I didn't write it down, but I feel like I'd be a shitty conspiracy theorist if I didn't have a way of doing that. So
yeah.
Should be like part of the base package.
Yes. Yeah. Sure. Let's say that it's a lot slower, or it's a bit slower, but you can feel secure in, knowing, what you can find somebody who you can trust to find a way to get it, but it's slower, but it's safer. So it's up to you.
Let's do that.
Okay. And this is for specifically to get in touch with somebody specific.
I'm still on the fixer.
I'm gonna go with someone in my network, or someone in Michael's network, because I don't think I trust someone in my network. I don't trust the whatchamacallits that much. In Michael's network, because I don't think I trust. So
I'm hearing double.
Do you Twitch up?
I'm hearing double.
Are we back?
Do you Twitch up?
Hello?
Who's looping here, guys?
That's a
Not
good
me.
question.
Definitely not me.
Who's looping here, guys?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, Alex, are you still there?
Now. Yep, I am.
Okay, everybody else just looks like they've muted.
Okay, I unmuted. I'm fine, no looping. So now unmute Rob,
Hello.
and now
I don't hear any.
unmute Rob. Wait. Yeah, no looping yet.
Yeah.
Wait, you were looping again? It's you, as in it's Jack?
No.
What do you mean
You
by
as in it's Rob.
Rob was hearing the looping, I think. But
Right, but when he turned on the microphone, we would hear the looping from that end too, yeah.
Okay. So we're back?
No, time out.
Rob's still muted. It's happening for me right now when I'm muted. It's not happening for anyone but you, Rob. So I think it's you, because you're muted and we're not. None of us are hearing the looping.
Okay. It was Twitch.
Oh, okay.
It started. It was paused and it started again. I don't know why. Sorry about that.
I do, but I don't want to
Okay.
talk about it right now.
Oh.
Nice. Cool. Nice.
Oh no.
Nice.
I know what that means. All right. Where were we when we started freaking out?
All right, so we have
We were
the,
figuring out what to do with the dude.
yeah, we
Okay.
have the guy.
Okay,
We-
so I was suggesting I don't trust the Yeoman Warders at all at this point.
Mhm. Right.
I trust them as far as I can throw them. There's too many of them to throw. So I want to go with someone in my network or Angel's network to get this guy out of here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is for Maeve Blunt specifically, correct? To someone to what? Bringing them back to bring Maeve Blunt back, or
There's a couple of ways we can do it. It's probably either we sell his location, their location, or we have someone bring him back for us, and then we figure out what to do.
okay.
What are we thinking, team? Team?
I'm saying we leave him here and then tell someone else where he is. I'm not taking a liability.
No, we're not taking him. No matter what, we're not taking him. We're either going to sell his location or we're going to make someone bring him to us in Manchester.
Mhm.
Now sell his location. Why have the liability? What good is he? What good is he of us? What good is he to us? What? Why would we need him?
Is there any connection that we know of?
Well,
Wait. Did he just appear out of nowhere? Was he exchanged
No, he was
from the
he was
Vurt?
so homeless. He was sitting in on a bunch of
Before
rags.
he got there, how did he lose his eyes?
Even he doesn't seem to know that. Which the last he can remember, he was getting ready for his party, and that's where things kind of start to get blurry. And up until he was shaken out of it, quite literally, and miraculously, yesterday, he's been out of it. So it looks like cataracts, but again, with no one with any medical training, it just looks like someone who's 105 and life has caught up with him big time.
Overnight.
So, well, I mean, the fact that he can speak and everything, he's able to do that now. But yeah, he also doesn't understand what's been happening.
When
Well,
was
that
the
makes
party
sense.
that he was supposed to be going to?
I'm sorry?
When was the party?
Oh, it was months ago. Months before. So it's been probably 6 months since he was a no-show.
Oh,
So kind of everybody
not
knew
just
that there was a
overnight.
no-show. Yeah, he's been just missing.
so I'm going to share with the group what he said about tunnels and tunnels, not knowing what that means, but just
Do you
sort
think
of.
there's more missing people down there? Maybe
mean-
Davis is under there.
Why do you kidnap a slightly off to crazy old guy? You
I
don't
don't know.
expect
There's
him to make
Yanka.
it.
What do you expect?
You don't expect him to make tunnels. At best he makes more porno feathers.
Well, maybe they were using him for money. But they're clearly kidnapping people and putting them down there, turning them into slaves.
This guy aside, yeah, they have people down there who are
Yeah.
digging tunnels for them. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to get someone to bring him to Manchester for us.
Yeah, I agree. We're not equipped to be trying to transport him above or below ground. So,
Fair.
and I'm not going to find a car I can plug into out here because this place sucks. So,
I'd like to I'd like us to contact someone and not tell them who this is, and tell them that we have someone to bring in from Limbo to my hideout, Engel's hideout, whatever hideout we have.
Okay. Yeah, that can be done. That can be done as far as a request, but as it'll kind of depend on the role as far as timing or if you roll something bad there.
We don't roll bad here.
Imagine that. Yeah. So this is just on a PDF feather without giving away any information. Kind of as soon as possible, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
He probably doesn't have too long to live. He's only got a couple doses.
It's not safe to leave this package lying around.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Yeah, okay, go for it. Again, if you have any specific something else for an asset, otherwise it's just kind of a basic.
Are we rolling to see if we can relocate a transport company?
I think Mike has some kind of ability that he can use.
I have somebody from my background who's a fixer who does. He coordinates jobs for the Siaka, which the tongueless are not. They split from the Siaka, okay? So this is a different group.
Right.
Could I help Mike by using my socially acceptable asset in bureaucratic or pleasant social interactions?
Yes, definitely.
So I'm going to assist in this.
Okay, perfect. So that makes it easier. So we'll do one roll, and this is to figure out what your options are and how quick and expensive this is going to be.
Yes. So who's supposed to be rolling?
I think you're rolling. Supporting.
You will. Yeah.
Okay. I'll put some effort into that.
Yes,
because I have that inability, and I really want this to work. So.
Right, and if it's a 1, no rerolls.
No whammies. Okay.
Just because it's not going to kill you one way or another, it's just complicated.
19.
Okay. Oh, and a minor effect. Okay, good. So yes, in fact. So the basics are yes. They can. You can get somebody to show up to collect a package, and that that can be. They often realize that package mean person, either against their will or not. But yeah. So that
no fight involved. Easy process. Just gotta get somebody out here, get them back.
Yeah. That's when things start getting really expensive, because when they, giving the info as far as where you're calling from, and that this is an overland, to across half of Limbo just to get there, and then crossing through Limbo overland back. You're, and you don't want to, draw attention to yourself, and you have no armored vehicle to do it in, and all that stuff. It all of a sudden, it sounds like it's getting extremely expensive. The minor effect is, I'll say that as they're talking about prices and things, the minor effect is that instead of a week, they can do this in the next day or two at the most. And depending how they're going to be crossing overland, they can possibly even be there by the end of the week. Within the next 4 or 5 days, they could have Maeve Blunt back in Manchester if nothing goes wrong. So, especially in Limbo. But so not even waiting a week. The next 24 to 48 hours, it can be. This process can be started. Now, the price, though, they don't even want to set the price yet, because there's too many unknowns. The basic starting one is 30,000, and this is assuming that this is a person who does not want to be, carried across Limbo. So this is the kidnap and bring back to Manchester price.
That's not the package we need. Yeah,
Right, exactly.
He'll come back.
Yeah,
they'll come back.
This is the politician's daughter package. The one where someone got too into jam or Boomer and Jammers and the Bad Feathers, and ended up wandering around limbo, and now needs to be brought back.
Yeah.
kind of
No,
thing.
this
So
is
something.
we're looking for the somebody who took a wrong turn, wound up in the wrong spot, and they're just trying to get home package.
Right, exactly. Cool. So it's 30 to start. Now, that everybody knows from that dark world there that things get added on pretty easily, and so it may even double. If something really bad happens, it's going to maybe even triple that price. But you're looking at 30 just being probably the first half, if
At
not
this
the first
price, we should
third.
charge him ourselves. Just bring him with. Get a fucking wagon.
Ye-
I still fail to understand the value this man brings. Why are we spending 30,000, 60,000 credits on this guy? But what? Because he used to shoot dirty pictures?
You're not thinking very big here, buddy.
Show me the big. Show me the big. 60,000 credits for what?
This is one of the great mysteries of the past year.
But not a mystery we're tasked to solve. We can sell the answer. I don't see why you need the equipment. The man seems happy here. Leave him here. He's dancing. He's got his eye. His mind is clear. He's got his medication.
He's happy in his own filth? Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm gonna go walk over to him, and I'm gonna be like,
I'm contributing nothing to this cause. And Josiah just sort of steps away.
so,
Nice.
you need to get back to Manchester?
Yeah. Do you want to go back to Manchester?
Yeah, he's like, yeah. He says, well, I think, I don't know, at this point he seems kind of cloudy a little bit more, and then you can see that, he does want to go back to Manchester, but something, whatever, he doesn't quite remember stuff, but it wasn't perfect life that he left even at 105. So you can tell he's hesitant to do it, but knows he kind of has to. So yeah, that's
Great.
whatever that. Take that for what it's worth.
We can bring you back, but it'll be expensive.
Oh.
He says, well, no, money is no object, absolutely no object whatsoever. We can, I'm absolutely, I have so much money in bank accounts you guys haven't even heard of. I'm absolutely, flush. So don't worry. Just, help me get back.
That sounds like an odd statement. Can I see if I believe him?
Yeah, absolutely.
How would I do that?
Go either intellect, or if you happen to have either interrogation or something that requires, it's not intimidation and it's not even persuasion really, but probably an intellect.
Is it a pleasant social interaction?
Yeah, it's pleasant enough.
Okay, well then I have that.
These purposes.
Then I have that acid that I keep milking and the entire session.
Nice, do it. I love it. Yep.
So yeah, I'm just gonna like casually ask him. So like, I kind of just try to figure out like, are you full of shit because it sounds a little bit too honest, or what? So here we go. I rolled a 1.
Awesome. He starts to talk, and all of a sudden you realize exactly what he's talking about. And no one else knows. The tunnels under the tunnels, that right there, what he was talking about, he means money. So he's tunneling money from one to the other, and now everything's popping into place only in your paranoid, deluded head. But he must be tied to the Royal Yeoman Warders, and oh shit, this must have everything to do with the Sayanka, and that's why the paramilitary with the tongueless are a separate organization and not with it. It is all, just hitting you in the head, giving you a headache with all this amazing knowledge. So this guy is he does have the money, absolutely, but you know why he has the money. He's dirty. This guy's dirty.
So
I mean, isn't everybody in that industry?
True.
I feel like I need to take a shower right now. So.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you realize now, these tunnels that he's talking about, he definitely has money, but so this is no bullshit. He's got to have money. He's probably, richer than anybody could even imagine. So, yeah, you are convinced.
All right, so
everybody else.
We need to take him with us.
That's awesome. Yeah, overland across limbo with a 105-year-old.
Yeah, we'll take him into the tunnels. Why not?
Okay, there you go. Even better.
Yeah,
All right.
the tunnels are where the money is, right? So that's where you got to go.
I don't know. That's a metaphor.
Yeah.
You can't get these things confused. I know it's pretty simple for someone like from your profession, but there's much more to this.
Someone who's able to sleep at night, kind of. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so yes, he may have, or they, I keep saying he, they're pretty, I guess, as trusting as possible, without, there's just, they don't like what's going on, but this is actually probably the best, only option they have, and they're, confused, and they have been, but they got to get back somehow. Okay. You now have a 105-year-old who goes roughly, I'll say it takes about, I don't know what the exact speed is, but maybe to go 10 feet across a regular room would take, 15, 20 seconds.
I think we should
at full pace.
This guy needs some wheels.
I think we get some rope and we strap him to somebody's back. Carry him around Yoda style.
Yeah, as you guys are, these are all great ideas. He probably is going to bruise very easily, and certain things, are going to hurt him. And he's a 105-year-old guy, but there are many possible ways. He is the upside is he doesn't weigh that much. It really doesn't. So, some of you guys are carrying more gear on you than what this guy weighs, almost. So yeah, he's ready, however you guys want to do it, but it's going to be delicate.
You're enjoying this too much, Alex.
Well, the fact is, I wasn't even sure he was going to, you knocked the sense into him. I thought he was just going to be kind of this kind of dopey guy, but all of a sudden now you've got an NPC. I'm rolling with it. Great. You still have to get back to Manchester, but now you have quite possibly some pretty good cargo, to say the least. Lucrative.
So we do now have the option that if we go above ground, then we can easily blow up the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's true.
But yeah, I don't know. Thoughts, group thinking.
All right.
My thoughts remain to leave him here.
Odds we go below. 17.
Say that again?
Round.
We couldn't hear you, Shar.
I said evens is up, odds is down, and I rolled a 17.
So down.
So tunnels.
She said down. She said down. There's Labyrinth. Shout out. Anyway, yes. So, you guys going down?
Yep.
Going up?
Why?
Going down.
Down it is.
Let's do down.
Okay. So to get back, you guys know exactly where to go. In fact, you realize that the other two, your two buddies there that were, passed out on the floor the night before, the day before, are not there when, the door is, no one's answering when you knock. So they're probably already back at work. The same spot where the entrance to the tunnels are. Or the tunnel is.
They worked. Where were they worked? But that was like a bakery or like a laundry or something like that.
That was a laundry.
Yeah, as part of I think it was not a residential community, or no, it was commercial something. But yeah, it was a laundry, like a commercial laundry thing. Even though, again, this is a really shitty little outpost town in the middle of limbo. So but there are a few streets and everything. So yeah, it's
I'm
you know where to go back to.
Yeah, I'm just curious if we go back there, if they have a cart that we can get from them or something like that, and some laundry to use as padding. Drag him along in that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was in a pile of rags, so we can use that.
Sounds like Annie. All of a sudden, now she like escaped from the orphanage. It's like jumping in like Mr. Bundle's laundry chute or some shit. Yeah. Throw the 105-year-old legendary director into the Mr. Bundle's laundry cart and run. It's Miss Hannigan. Yeah.
Yes.
At that moment, you hear a giant cybernetic Miss Hannigan. No.
This game just got good.
Yeah, no shit. Let's see. I'm going to say this also. PDF feather for the Robo Man Shad here, Engel. You're into the shady shit as well. You're getting a PDF, and especially with your background, shall we say, you're getting a PDF ring, there for a feather call, but you're not in a secure area, but you can certainly answer it. But whatever you're saying, you have to like leave the group if you want to. But it is from a friend of yours from way back in the day, who actually, as far as you know, is with the Sayanka right now. He kind of went that direction, and you went your direction.
Oh,
so.
Good. I'll shuffle off. I say, I'll shuffle off to the corner of the room. The room's like the size of my desk. I'll step out into the hall. It's like, maybe he left something in his pile of filth outside. I'll go check.
Yes, nice. This, by the way, this is Constantine. And Constantine, you've known for 15 years, and you haven't heard from him in a while. But yeah, Constantine is speaking in hushed tones, waiting for you to let him know that it's clear to talk.
Okay. Yeah, I'll duck outside to try to, see what this is.
So,
long time no talk. What's up? Yeah.
Yeah. He says, yeah. No. So, in half Ukrainian, half English, which is your one of your favorite speak, I guess, new languages. Let's call it a new language. You're getting information. He's mumbling. He's trying not to say anything too loudly. He's in a spot right now where he can't talk too loudly. And he mentions, he says, laundry. They know the laundry. So, yeah, he knows. They know the laundry. And then click, and Constantine is no longer on the line. Okay.
Are we proper fuck?
Is there any way I can try to intuit or interpret partially what that means? Because Mike doesn't get it. So.
Yeah. Sure. Probably is figuring out the laundry place that you guys are going to. That where the entrance is. They know about the laundry, and again, you figure this guy's with the Sianka. That's probably why you lost total touch with him. He was going into an even darker area than you were. By the way, there's another Robo Man Chad. Yeah, this is another Robo Man Chad. So this isn't somebody who's prone to joking, or starting bullshit for bullshit's sake. And Constantine is basically letting you know the Sianka knows about the laundry. Yeah.
And that's where we came out of the tunnel, right?
Yep. Yeah, and you're guessing that's what, that makes sense to you, but it could always be something else. But yeah, that makes sense to you. Mm-hmm.
So I will let everybody know. Yeah, I will let people know. It's like, it's possible Sianka already know about laundry.
What's laundry?
The place we came out of. The place.
That's the laundry.
The tunnel we came up out of was into a laundry place here in Eccleston. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got this really nice dynamite that needs to go down there.
Well, aren't we going to try and travel that way? We should just be prepared for a fight.
Well, and Sianka tongueless is not the same thing, so what that means that Sianka knows, I'm not totally sure of.
You guys need an orc chart. You need to kind of make.
Hey, I quit years ago and I tried to go legit, but it didn't work out. I wasn't meant for taking orders. All right.
Nice. Now, at this moment, you guys hear a rustling in the hallway outside. A little bit of a rustling. And everybody roll an int roll to see, you try to track down where the noise is coming from, or searching, investigation, if that helps you for an asset, that works as well. But there's rustling.
I got a 15.
Okay, that counts.
Natural 19.
That works. Oh, 19, okay.
2 19s.
Angel got a 4.
Okay. Well, again, one more time, you're like, all right, friends, it's up to you. So, yes, okay. So with the 2 19s, okay, so 15 does it as well. So with 3 of you guys can actually figure out where the sound is coming from, but you can't see anything. Okay, the 19, let's see, the 19s is you can't see anything, but you hear something. One of you guys hears what sounds almost like clicking on the shitty floor. It's like it's concrete floor. It's clicking on it as it's moving ahead, and the other one of you guys hears what's the best way? Almost like a, what am I? I'm not going to hide it anymore. You got a 19. A sound of a cat. A sound of, kind of a, an upset cat that you can't see. And that's where you guys are at. So there's, yeah.
Did it take this long for that ghost cat we let out to make it through the tunnel and get here?
Incredible journey style. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, dude. I've been waiting for that cat to show up. Yeah, or possibly, yeah. But yes, this isn't the first invisible kind of ghost cat thing that you guys have come across here. But
he's not first invisible rodeo. Yeah.
Right. Right. Very good. Yeah. And okay, so yes, and then the sound is gone, and you're guessing it left, or maybe it's just staying totally still and quiet. But yeah, that's it. And Maeve Blunt is asking why everybody's stopping, and they're making a lot of noise, trying to figure out what's going on. And yeah, that's another little ghost cat sighting, or non-sighting. So yes, so where to? You guys head back to the laundry?
I kind of want to suggest we park Maeve here until we scope out the laundry and maybe not get him killed there. It's a thought.
It is a thought.
It's a few blocks.
I have a. Oh, I guess he's blind, isn't he? Never mind.
Well, you want to make him a lookout?
Or what do you call it when you throw a stick down a mine and see if the stick survives?
The canary stick.
Yeah, canary.
Yes, I'd like to make him a canary stick. The old canary stick.
The old
No,
canary
I
stick is
did
coal
the
mine.
sequel for that. I did the sequel of that movie.
No,
Yeah,
English not my first language. No clue what you're talking about.
Nice. Yes. Now, yes. You can do that. It's just a few blocks. You'd like to do that?
I don't think he'll make it. Is my point. We should leave him. At least, if nothing else, is just a liability.
Okay. Yes. He.
But the tunnels, under the tunnels, man.
What? What are
Tunnels
you
under the
talking
tunnels.
about?
Oh, wait.
What the hell are you going on about, T-Bone?
Tunnels under tunnels. Don't really fill this out for you. This is too simple. Come on. Just go with it.
Tunnels under tunnels. All right.
I imagine T-Bone going over the wall with just like a Sharpie marker. It's like, now here, I'll explain.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Pepe Sylvia! Pepe Sylvia!
Nice.
Let's.
Now the PDF in your pocket rings again, Engel, or buzz rings. Not buzz rings, but it buzzes in your pocket.
Incoming call. Okay.
Yes, and it is Constantine as well, and only even before you can say anything, you can just it's a near instantaneous call. Just the look on his face is enough for you. His eyes widen, and then he hangs up again. He's saying, "Run, run, 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 run."
Well, which way do we want to run?
So,
be more clear in their
We need
instructions.
more
is
information here.
thinking it's time to go. Now. Right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Maeve is confused and trying to question everybody and make sure that
What? Yes. I'm shocked by that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So it is very clear. Eccleston now is clear to you, Engel. Eccleston is going to be overrun with Tianka. They figured out something. Something is happening. Someone knows too much or something, but you knew they were involved in this tunnel somehow. But
They're so
fact is-
legitimate.
yeah, it's so legit. Yeah, a 50-mile tunnel. A 50-mile tunnel. That's nuts. That's barely even possible. Yes. So that's the situation. Where to?
Engel's getting his parka on. It's like zipping up the jumpsuit. It's like, all right, come on, out the door. We're going.
Are we taking him with us?
Sure.
Are you?
Sure.
Okay, who's carrying?
I'm willing to defer at this point because I don't want to die either. I'm not that stupid.
Let's grab him and go.
Okay. I think it's time to steal a car.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm behind Angle. So Josiah's just going to follow Angle like, well, someone seems to know what they're doing.
I'll sling him over my shoulder with one hand and pull my gun with the other one.
Wait, this 105-year-old?
Yeah. I'm like, up you go. Fling it.
Gentle.
I was going to say, he squeals in pain. He squeals in pain. He's like, be careful. Be careful.
Walk
He's
it off.
hurting. Yeah, the rope. Yeah. Now
Maybe like like T-Bone and I should take an arm, take an arm on each side, and
We gotta go. Let's
Except
go.
walk him out.
We're the people that are good with guns.
Eh.
Yeah.
So maybe the useless people. Hey, Josiah, you want to carry this guy?
No.
Yes.
Good answer, it is.
We're gonna
And
get paid when we get him to the other end. So
answer
suck it
is
up.
I'll
incorrect.
go the other way, but I won't help.
Still, answer is incorrect.
Nice. Okay, so squealing or not, yeah, he's up on now. You hear car doors slamming outside.
Good, there'll be a
and
car
sounds
for a
of
steak.
boots. They are arriving. They are arriving, and
We did want a car, so
Yeah.
I throw like a rag over his head from the pile
Mhm.
so that
Mhm.
nobody can see who he is. And
That's
also,
doable.
It
Yep.
looks like I'm kidnapping him now.
Yeah, he's struggling, but I mean, it's like a kitten struggling. It's just, yeah, it's worthless.
It's fine.
So-
We're trying to get you out of here before you're murdered.
Should
Stop
put the
moving.
parka on him and put the hood up. Like here.
Nice. This is gonna work out just great. Okay, so yes, so there are two doors. Okay, here we go. So there are two at the bottom. There's the main entrance exit you guys walked into. Remember, this is once was a hotel, and now it's been refurbished into very, very small living quarters, short and long term.
House.
Yes, there's a main entrance, and then there is a kind of a side entrance where the trash, come in to get the trash chute and stuff like that. Both of those are closed, and you're at the bottom there. Where are you going?
Well, you could get upset if we dumped him down the trash chute. So let's take the door. Stairs.
Cool.
We could go to the roof and then do a roof hopping thing.
With 105 girls.
Carrying him. Them.
Carry
Yes.
the little guy. He's fine. He's light.
Whatever the opposite of parkour is, that's what we'd be doing. Like the literal opposite.
Yeah.
Athletic stumbling.
He's squealing at this point now anyway, because the jostling is hurting him, and you can actually hear the sounds of approaching footsteps. You can't really, these doors are close, the main door and the side door, they're close enough that you can't quite tell which one has people behind it or not, but someone's approaching one of those entrances, or maybe both, but you feel like you're forced into a run and fight and flight style. So straightforward through the doors or out the side.
Is it possible to like they're dealing with him and stuff to like kind of work forward to like try to get a peek at the front doors to see if that's where people are coming in through, or?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, just try to
Yep.
do a little recon ahead of the pack here. Yeah.
Perfect. Again, this is all very quick because you can hear, they're arriving. You're peeking out the front doors there?
Yeah.
Okay. So you peek out there, and again, through the crack in the two doors, there's no windows out. This has all been boarded up. This is, Eccleston. Yes, you can actually see movement, and it looks like there's figures racing towards that door. In fact, if you were to stay there another 10 seconds, they'd probably kick it open and break your nose. So they are racing towards that door. 10
Is
seconds.
there like any way to bar it shut or anything like that?
In 10 seconds, nothing you can see.
Okay.
Other
door.
Okay.
Back
All right.
door.
Everybody going? Okay. So the jostling, squealing old man, being dragged through, and yes, you guys go out the side. It is open. You guys get through, and you can hear them, pouring into the building behind you. you can now at this point see that there's somebody else. There's another Sayanka there, and you know it's Sayanka because of the the way they're dressed, which is trench coats and the absolute like Eastern European fantasticness. So he is. There's somebody, and you can see the shadow smoke pouring out. This is somebody who's been told to wait with the cars, and he looks over and he sees you guys pouring out the side, and he starts yelling and pointing.
Oh, good. Then he yells and points at me as I charge him.
Nice. Perfect.
Pulling the electric knife out like, yeah!
You roll right now for that. That's great. Perfect.
Okay. I'll spend. Oh crap! I have 2 edge, so if I spend one speed, that's an asset. And then if I spend 2 more, that's 2. Okay, that's 2 effort.
Okay, so down 2.
Yep.
15, 12, 9. Okay.
And I think that's all I've got for actual skills that drop it. So okay.
Okay, 9 or above.
16.
Hey, now, okay, great. You tell me. You tell me what it does. It's not going to kill him, but it'll. You're putting him out. He's no longer yelling.
Yeah, I'm kind of picturing us being in like kind of an alley between buildings, and they kind of parked along the street. And hopefully, that's me kind of dragging him back in and jabbing him with the electric knife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Yes, he puts his hand up, to protect himself and everything. And as you go to, stab him, he goes through his hand and, into his side. So it's not a mortal wound. It's just a really ugly wound.
Yeah.
Shadow smoke starts pouring everywhere out of his nose, eyes, mouth, ears. Just in pain and, chaos. He's down on the ground and, yeah, it's a mess. You can now see at this point people pouring back out of the building, all in trench coats, racing now towards you guys. By the way, everyone's wearing shades, because it's a Sayanka, and they wear their sunglasses at night, even though it's not night. Anyway, so they are racing towards. There's at least 4 of them out of the building now. You can hear that there's more inside, and you guys are having to make a run for it. Now, here's what it looks like as far as the town block. You guys are out the side, so there's you're in an alleyway that'll go to the right towards the main street, or down to the left towards another main street a little bit farther down. There's the building in front of you doesn't have an entrance out there to the alleyway, at least right there, and it's just another brick building. There's no fire escapes or anything like that. There's dumpsters and stuff, but it's another 2-story building. So obviously to the right where you can see the cars, right at the end of the alley, that's where all this madness has happened. So you have limited options at this
Cars,
point.
you say?
Yeah?
Is anybody here
Let's
really
head
good
for
at
the car.
stealing cars?
And Enjo, can you hijack one?
I don't know if they would have bothered even taking the keys out if they're here. Like they expected, they had people sitting here watching them. So,
Yep.
Hey, may get lucky, but otherwise I can try. So
If we get a car, we can get him back to Limbo faster. Seems like the best of bad options.
Nice. Now, in the future, unless they're really shitty cars or like Ford Comet or some of the old antique models, they don't use the actual key in ignition system. You can still, hotwire it through the electronics and everything. But, it's everything from a push button to a fingerprint to a retinal scan and some of the fancier models and things like that.
Do any of these look like they have a data port?
These do. These look nicer, which means that they don't have keys. They do have the fingerprint ignition,
Great.
or a manual override. Yep.
I can
Or a manual override as well.
You take care of the rest.
Oh God, that's right. So the guy in the ground with the, he still has all his fingers, but the hand is a mess. He's squealing there too. But he's begging in Ukrainian for you guys to just leave him alone. That you guys will, they'll shoot him too, and you can see that they're racing towards you. What you guys doing? Probably 10 seconds before they reach you. So 10 seconds.
I'm going. Can I? I'd like to use simple communication between me and Rug, and I'm going to try to mentally project an image, not of like normally he lays flat on the ground. I want to see if I can make him a wall of smoke, rug to wall, like see it, like we can talk to each other, and I'm just going to point and try to like project that image into his Vurt consciousness as they head towards us.
Try it. Yeah, you could definitely try it. So yes, you start doing the simple communication. Immediately, you're getting confusion back, but it knows what it's going to do. It's basically being told to attack. So you can already see it start to like, tremble and get ready to start expelling smoke.
Oh boy.
Let's see how good. I'm going to use this is intellect. I'm going to use 2 levels of effort on this, and I'll roll. And I got a 13.
Nope. You want to reroll?
Damn it. I will do 1 reroll.
15 or above. It's not. It's kind of.
No, 5.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. In fact, by next time, if you want to try to explain it to them, it'll be a step easier. But right now, the good communication is that it's ready to attack there.
It knows attack. It's learning. It's like a Pokemon. It's learning one command at a time.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So, yes, it is starting to do it now. Everybody else sees what's happening, too, and you guys remember what happened before. So this is not, collateral. Friendly fire happens with this guy. So Rug is getting ready to do it. Now, in the 10 seconds that are remaining here, what you guys doing?
Making a beeline for the nearest car.
Okay. There's one right where this guy was standing, so it's right there. You guys, but it does have fingerprint ignition. You have 10 seconds.
Oh, well, if I'm gonna need his fingers, I'm gonna have to take his fingers.
Right? So we just need some
Say again?
fingers. Those are the ones that this Yanka came in, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, so they'll just be like, look in the window, be like, oh, it has a thumbprint. It's like, Winter, fingerprint scanner.
I'm on it.
Nice.
I just imagine the guy at the ground be like, no.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he's saying no, and in fact, he races, he lunges before you can cut off his hand like a fucking maniac. He lunges and puts his finger on it to with his one good hand. And still blood everywhere, and he hits the ignition, it turns on, and then he rolls away protectively into a fetal position. Hiding his hands. Yeah. He knows Robo Man.
Looks really disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. And it is on. The motor is running. This is a really kind of a nice car. It doesn't even have a specific make or model. This looks like a custom job, but pretty nice.
Nobody minds if I drive, right? That's
No, go for it.
okay.
Have at it.
How many seats are there?
Sorry?
Is it a big car?
Yeah, enough for 5 people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you should certainly. This is more a sedan than a sports car.
Okay, I'm gonna pull Maeve into a seat with me, and I'm gonna strap in because I'm not crazy.
Nice. Got it. Yeah, of course not. Yeah. He, by the way,
I'm not going to be riding on top.
Yeah, I know. Oh well. Yes. So yeah, he's of course, or there. Maeve is just yelling at the top of their lungs, trying to let you know that you're being too rough. That he's old, he can't handle this. This is he bruises easily. You can see he is covered in bruises at this point. You feel bad almost. Okay, and you are in a car now. the other Sayanka coming in. A couple of them race towards the car. 2 of them. The other 2 jump into separate vehicles, and you can see their fingers going towards the ignition there.
Suppressing
and you
fire!
guys, yeah, yes. So how are you guys jumping in the car to get out of here? Tell me what each of you guys are going to be doing. I know, Rob, you said that T-Bone has jumped in the back with Maeve and strapped both of you guys in.
Yep.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yep.
And Mike, it sounds like Engel's going to be driving. Makes
Yep.
sense. Okay. So Shar and Jack, what are your guys? What's Josiah and Winter doing?
Who called shotgun?
Josiah's just gonna get into the back seat. Just kind of, he's gonna tell like Rug like come, and then he's gonna get in the back seat.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start shooting anybody who's trying to turn their ignition on, and like.
So you're still outside the car?
No, I'm gonna jump in, and I'm gonna roll down the window and lean out and start shooting.
Got it. Okay. So you roll for that right now to see if you can get one of those guys. This is just your speed or a shot speed roll.
I've got targeting optics, so like this.
Oh.
My
works.
eyes like kind of like shift and change and like turn into like these kind of goggles that look strangely like those Vurt goggles or the Shadow Tech goggles, because that was inspiring to me. And
right.
And so I modified myself, and like so I start shooting them with my pistol.
Beautiful. Okay, so for that first one, so roll.
Ugh, I got a 6, but I feel like I'm gonna
Nope.
roll that.
Yep, you spend that XP. 15 or above.
10.
Oh yeah, because you're hanging out from a car window, and it's. You want to use another XP, or
Sure, I'll do
you're
one
never
more.
gonna level up. Do it. 15 or above.
Aha, 20.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That made it worth the extra.
that is actually, this is ideal. Okay, so here's what you do. You hit the, you hit the first one. You shoot off his finger through the windshield before it touches the ignition. And he screams, and his scream scares the guy next to him, who whips around as well, and holds his hands up, and that's when your second shot takes out his finger, and you have 2 fingerless Bianca. They can't even believe what's happening, but those cars are not starting right now. You guys are in a really nice custom Sayanka sedan. There is a road that leads out of this mess. It's going to get really off-roady very soon, but the tires seem good enough. They got here, didn't they?
One-way trip for this car. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you have Maeve Blunt in the back. I'm going to say that this is the ideal spot to stop today, because you are pointed towards Manchester in a car that will, has gas in it, decent tires, and you have, a legendary pornovert director in the back seat, who's, certainly going to be worth a lot of money and knowledge and all that other stuff. So next session is going to be your overland journey. And I'll say this, as you guys are racing past and, towards the exit of Eccleston here, you hear a thump on the roof of the car. A thump. Everybody roll intellect.
Uh-oh.
The last one,
All right,
last roll of the game.
17.
Last roll.
I'm the one who thumped.
4.
No,
Four.
I got
I'm plugged into all the sensors of the car. I still roll a 4. That's great.
It's okay, guys. I got this. 17.
I rolled an Josiah got an 8.
Okay. So 17 is the highest one. Okay, 17. You hear just barely, everybody else is trying to figure out what the thump is, and you hear just barely tapping, and you roll down your window because you know what's tapping, and then sure enough, in buzzes Buzz.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you guys! And if a bug can smile, it's smiling. And you guys are now all back together, racing towards Manchester in a badass car. And yeah, that's where we'll end it for today. Yeah, cool.
We're not dead yet. I'll take it.
Not dead yet. Nice John Wick ending there, guys, with the shooting. Yeah.
I love those 19s.
Cool. Yeah, dude, and cool.
That's
And you
funny.
came back with Maeve Blunt.
Yeah.
You're heading back to Manchester with Maeve Blunt, which again is a huge like mystery of the moment for everybody. So that's great. Cool. All right. Well, next time we'll start, and you guys will be going overland in limbo, heading back.
Awesome.
Cool.
Let's not die.
All right.
That was very fun.
Nice. All right. So I will talk to you guys the next time around, and we'll be jumping back on, and Pete will be with us next time to have the full party again.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thanks everybody for watching.
All right.
Thanks for
We'll
watching.
be back soon.
You got it.
See ya.